Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I mean, we should be welcome back to our own channel.
Yeah, it's true. We've been missing for a while.
Yeah, I think we last posted in like April and we said that we're going to be more consistent.
Yeah.
But you'll know from this video, a lot of things have happened, which is why we've been missing in action.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thank you guys for staying loyal. We've been seeing that people have still been commenting on our videos,
yeah,
sharing our videos and all that stuff, so we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And our subscribers have gone up to over 15,000. So thank you to all of our new subscribers as well. We're glad to have you on board.
On board, yes. And obviously wanted to create some new content for you guys, so you know, we hope you enjoy what we put out there.
And you might have noticed I cut my hair. So the person
and I
that
grew mine back.
Yeah.
You might have noticed.
The person that commented and told me to cut my hair, I listened to you.
I don't know how well you received that feedback.
No, I didn't mind because I wanted to cut my hair anyway.
Oh, okay. Okay. She received it well then.
I received it fine.
She received
fine,
it well.
Because I knew my hair was looking wild anyway. Anyway.
Yeah. So, to the reason why we've been MIA since April. So, in April, at the end of April, 28th of April, we got the unfortunate news that my dad had passed away. It was very sudden, very, very unexpected. As a lot of you know, he suffered from Parkinson's, but it wasn't at the stage where, you know, it was... We weren't expecting it.
Yeah.
So it was a massive, massive shock, and you know, that's why we kind of stepped away from YouTube videos, and I didn't really feel right creating content or putting videos out there when I knew that within myself I wasn't in the right headspace. And it's just not my type of vibe to present myself one way when I'm feeling another.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it's wrong. So stepped away from YouTube. We were still active on Instagram.
You were active.
I was active.
I'm really bad at Instagram.
Michelle's really bad,
sorry
so yeah.
if you're comparing us now, and it puts everything out there and I've got like nothing. So.
Yeah, she doesn't like posting pictures of me. So, but no, we were. You know, I tried to be as active as possible because sometimes it's a nice outlet. You know, sometimes it's a nice outlet just to be able to share what you're going through. Sometimes if you keep it like packaged up, it can there's only so long you can hold on to it before it explodes. So yeah, how did we find out? So it was actually, what was it? It was a Friday night, isn't it? We found out on a Saturday morning. But so Friday night we went out after church, went to a cousin's house, we chilled there, then we went to get some food. Yeah, we went to a cousin's house. They recently bought a house. We went to see their house. Then we went to get some food. Went to grab some Chinese. Then we went home. It was quite late at this stage. We went to bed, probably past midnight. And then we randomly woke up, I think around 5
a.m.
Yeah, we woke up.
Ezzy woke up, so we woke up or something.
Yeah, something happened. We woke up at 5 a.m. Obviously, it was crazy early for a Saturday, so we were just chilling. Fell back asleep at around maybe 6, and then we were just knocked out from about 6 till 7:30, 8.
I can't even remember the time.
Can't remember the time. And it was really strange. Like we were woken from our sleep, so we were still sleeping, and then we had a knock at the door.
We had the buzzer.
Oh no, we had the buzzer. We had the buzzer, and we weren't.
Where we live, like. People aren't just going to show up.
Yeah, it's not like passing traffic.
So it was just like, oh. So I literally was like, Amit, someone's at the door. And then...
I thought it was a parcel, but even in my head, I was thinking, like, we're not expecting anything, so what could it possibly be? But then what I normally do anyway is I normally check my phone just to check the time or whatever. I checked the phone, and I saw that I had 40 missed calls.
And then it was kind of like, we knew something was wrong.
Yeah.
So it's literally like, Amit, go and get the door now. Kind of thing.
I mean, like, there were missed calls from like India, from here, from America, and automatically, like, when I saw my sister from America had missed called me, I was like, hold on, she's like 5 hours behind,
so why is she awake?
Why is she even awake? So from then I knew that something was wrong, but obviously, like, in your wildest imagination, you would never think what had happened. So yeah, you know, I pressed the buzzer to hear who it was. My sister told me that it was her. I let her in, and then she broke the news to me, and you know, it was easily the hardest thing I've ever been through.
Like when she told him, like the scream that I heard from Amit, like I've never like I will always be able to like remember that now. It was I don't know, it's one of those moments that it's like I don't even know how to explain it. It was like so surreal, like you just don't expect it. You're just like in shock, and it's kind of like, what do you do? Like everyone was just kind of like frantic.
It's weird. Like for me, I remember like throwing my phone.
Oh yeah, he started throwing stuff.
I remember throwing my phone on the floor because it was almost like you just wanted to let your anger out on something, and I just let it out on my phone. I just threw my phone like to the ground, and it was really bad because when I buzzed my sister in, but from the time that she walked in from downstairs to get to our front door, I had seen that I had loads of WhatsApp messages already, like loads of text messages, and I opened a WhatsApp message from one of my best friends, and he was just like, "Oh, I've heard the news, don't worry, I'm here for you." So automatically I thought, oh my God, like this is bad, this is really bad, but I just didn't know who it was. So from that moment, like I was angry, annoyed, upset, like. So then when my sister, all she had to do was literally say who it was.
Yeah.
And then that was it. Like I knew, like within my heart that, you know, I was just not in a good space. And then so we heard the news. He was at home when it happened, so it was, you know, we then went back to my parents' house where he was and so forth. And, you know, without going into too much detail, because I think it's quite a personal family matter. You know, we got to pay our respects at home, which was, in hindsight, quite nice. Because had it been elsewhere, you probably wouldn't have been able to see the body and so forth. So we got to say our final goodbyes. It was pneumonia in the end, so it wasn't even Parkinson's. It was pneumonia which caused it. And then, you know, we just went through the process and the things of what comes with losing a loved one. You know, I think I've never really experienced losing someone that close to me before. So I you know, I'm a firm believer in you don't overcome the pain. I think you just get better at dealing with it, if that makes sense. So the emotion is always there. It's always tangible. It's like I can tap into it anytime that I want to. If I want to like remember my dad and cry, I can remember my dad and cry. Like it's that tangible, that real. And over the months, you know, April up until now, I've just realised that nothing I do will change it. Nothing I do will bring it back. It's just very much that I have to manage that pain and channel it through other things as opposed to just dwelling on it. So I'd encourage anyone, you know, who's going through something similar or has experienced something similar, you know, it's really helpful to speak to people like Michelle. You know, I've always spoken to her about how I felt in the moment, what I was going through, you know, even things like this, when I was ready to vlog, when I'm not ready to vlog, just because, you know, someone needs to know where you are. You know, if you can almost get lost in your thoughts, and then it's just a downward spiral, I think, if you're kind of just dependent on yourself and no one there to kind of be accountable to. So that's why we've been MIA, but we're back. You know, I think I've given myself the time that I needed to be back. So we're back. You might have noticed I shaved my hair as well. Part of the Indian culture is something that they do. There's actually some deep meaning to it. And when I had to do it, I was reading up about it, and it's actually like very significant in the sense that when you when someone dies, or your father dies, you shave your hair as a symbol of
humility,
as a sign of humility. Yeah, that you are now the head of the house, but you're not doing it in a boastful manner. It's fallen upon you. So I suppose the element would be like, if someone's doing it in a boastful manner, they'll want to look the part and look great and, be Mr. Super Stylish because they're now like the head of the household and so forth. And it's just like almost like a reality check to bring you down to earth. Like, you shave your hair because that's not what it's about. It's not about being cool. It's not about being stylish. It's not about, being the best looking guy around and showing everyone that, yeah, you know what, I'm the head of the house. So it was actually some very, very deep meaning.
He might show you some footage at the end of this video.
Yeah, I might show you a clip.
He looked like a different person.
I looked very, very different.
Like, it was like, if you walked into a room, it was like you had to double take just to make sure, wait, that's Amit. Like,
yeah. Thankfully it grew back quick.
Yeah, it did.
It's come back quick, so that's good.
He shaved everything, guys.
Yeah, beard as well. Sorry, so beard and
did you get rid of
moustache, everything clean.
He was a naked man.
Clean naked
Everything
moment.
you had was eyebrows.
Yeah, literally. And even my hair, like, you're meant to skin it off, but I just couldn't bring myself to skin it. I had to just 0.5 it, but you're meant to skin it. But yeah, some deep meaning behind it. I think it's very, very powerful. Very powerful. But yeah, that's where we are. That's where we stand. So yeah, if any of you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I'm very open to speaking about my experiences and helping others and sharing others. Loads of you have DM'd me about it already. But yeah, everyone grieves differently. Everyone has their own process, has their own timing. Some people, it can take them 3 months, some people 3 years.
Yeah.
It's just a process. It really is a process.
You handled it well.
Thanks. I had to give a speech at the funeral, and that was probably the second hardest thing. The hardest was hearing that he had gone. The second was speaking at the funeral. That was tough. That was hard work. And Michelle sang a really nice song. We have some footage as well.
Hey.
We'll share some footage as well.
Share that footage.
But Michelle sang. It was really, really nice. But yeah, thank you so much for your ongoing support. Everyone who messaged me, DM'd me on Instagram when they heard the news, all the love and the support from our friends and our family means the world. I suppose in the time, sometimes you don't have the words to say back when people, show their love, show their appreciation, and almost put their heart on a plate for you. Sometimes you're lost for words on how to thank them, but in the moment, it's truly encouraging. And it's what gets you through, that aspect of community and togetherness. It really does help.
Nice words.
Thanks.
Alright, so guys, I think that's pretty much the end.
Yeah.
Feel free to drop Amit any questions.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to add. We forgot to add about how we found out
about what?
that you were pregnant.
Maybe we'll do a separate video.
We'll do a separate video.
But yeah, if you guys have watched the 2 videos that we've done, so Ezra's birthday surprise, that's when we announced that I'm pregnant, so maybe you can see
the bump.
I'm like just over, I'm almost 7 months pregnant now.
Yeah.
And the gender reveal video, so you know what we're having. I won't say in this video, so you can go back and watch it. But yeah, so that was also a hard thing that we had to deal with.
We found out. Yeah, we found out after we lost my dad in very close proximity.
It was probably 10 days.
Within 10 days. So we'll dive deeper and
we'll let you know all about that.
How we managed joy in the midst of grief.
Yeah, and also to the people that have been asking me about going back to work and stuff. I'll talk about that in the next video. It's all just been...
It's been a journey.
It's been a journey.
It's been a journey.
Let's just say
2018 has been...
It's been an interesting year.
It's been good. It's been good.
Yeah.
We can't complain. There's good years and there's okay years.
Yeah, so yeah, just stay tuned for our next videos. We do hope they'll be sooner.
Yeah.
But the number of times we've said this to you, I don't want to make any promises now because it's just ridiculous. But thank you guys.
Thanks for watching.
We do appreciate you watching. So please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you on our next video. Feels good saying that again.